A debate that has already divided the sports world is now getting even more attention after a well-known former ESPN broadcaster stepped into the conversation. This time, the focus isn't just on what was said, it's on whether more athletes will now speak out on one of the most controversial issues in sports. Former ESPN anchor Sage Steele praised Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham after Cunningham publicly reaffirmed her opposition to transgender athletes competing in women's sports. Speaking on Newsmax's The Record with Greta Van Susteren, Steele said Cunningham showed courage by expressing her views despite the backlash she has faced. Steele argued that Cunningham's comments started an important national discussion and said more female athletes should be willing to speak openly about the issue. According to Steele, Cunningham's willingness to stand by her position makes her one of the few active women's sports figures speaking publicly on the debate. The discussion began after Cunningham said she believes women's sports should be reserved for biological women. She later defended her remarks, saying she was not motivated by hate and that she supports all people while also believing young girls deserve fairness and protection in sports and locker rooms. She told reporters she stood by her comments and had no plans to change her position. The issue remains one of the most closely watched topics in American sports. Supporters of Cunningham argue that women's athletic competition should be based on biological sex, while critics say transgender athletes should be included under existing civil rights protections. The debate has also expanded beyond sports, involving lawmakers, courts, advocacy groups, and public officials across the country. Steele also pointed to the WNBA's growing popularity, crediting Caitlin Clark with bringing record levels of attention and new fans to the league. At the same time, she said conversations surrounding Clark and Cunningham have increasingly centered on politics and social issues instead of basketball itself. As the WNBA season continues, it remains to be seen whether more players will publicly weigh in or whether league officials will respond to the growing national conversation. With strong opinions on every side, this debate is likely to remain part of the sports landscape for some time. Stay with Morning America for continuing coverage and the latest updates. What do you think about this story? Share your